Impressive.
Okay,
I kept
so
the wood fixture, so it's all wood, so it gets that log cabin effect.
That is pretty fucking cool.
are you
That-
guys you're building it sounds like?
We were. I'm
Oh,
showing him what I built. I built a hunting and fishing camp up in D0,
oh, nice.
and
It's pretty cool looking.
I may have to check that out. And I don't know if you saw it on my video. I did make mention of it that I wasn't going to live in the house until after they dropped the next big update because I don't want to put all my crates in the house and then have to worry about um, getting despawned to try to go get my shit and then come back again, and you guys got to build another house and all that shit. So I've just been throwing my crates in the car right now. But I did get to advanced engineering, and the metal crates are way better than even the medium crates. I'm
although I
in,
don't understand
huh?
why it did this. No, it's like I'm looking at my design, and it's like the wall that I put up used to follow the angle of the roof, and now it doesn't.
Huh.
It just don't know when or why that happened.
Let me see who's on. It should just, I think it's just us.
It's just us.
Yeah, I see you guys there. And this time of day is good for me to do research and development, by the way, because normally during the week when I'm playing, nobody else is on at this time, or occasionally
Yep.
Smelly might be on, or like Celine, or there's somebody else that Celine plays with. They're on. It's a newer player, I think. I don't remember their name, but
Yeah, El Pape or
that's
Poppy.
it. Poppy. Yep. Aye, Puppy. Um, but anyway, it's good for me to do testing. But I am at the torpedo factory and I'm going to do some testing here. I'm just going to spawn in. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to spawn item metal. Oh, maybe
Man,
I think I should have typed advanced instead because there's so much metal shit here. But I'm going for it. And improvised metal chest here.
This is
Okay.
really cool.
yeah, I thought you'd get a kick out of that. Although you
I li-
can't build, or you still can't build the improvised raft, so no sailing. You can't do any real fishing trips yet, but you can.
The area is cool. Here's a boat down here, though. You got
Yeah,
this little
there.
boat.
Yep.
See if
There's a
you
post.
guys want to try it. See if you can get in and drive it because before I couldn't do it. It would not let me drive
Yeah,
the boat. All right, my girl's completely naked, and I'm gonna put it on this record. I'm gonna play for a little bit,
why is it?
just so you guys know, and then I fell in the water. But she's
Away we
naked,
go.
and
We're
Yeah,
driving.
yeah,
driving the boat.
okay,
It doesn't.
good.
It's not super fast. It
No, it's
doesn't act
slow.
like it's on. It does. Yeah, it's back down to the 30 kilometers.
Okay, that works.
Um, it's not driving like it's on ice. So
Still pretty cool, though, that we got a boat now.
I'm gonna see if I can climb in through this window. Oh, fuck. There's a beeper I just activated. Okay, that's what I want to tell you guys. If you watch the video, if you have time, so many deaths at the torpedo factory. I fell in the water and I got hit by an exploding beeper, since damage is on. I got hit by an exploding beeper twice, two different beepers, actually, while I was in the water, and it killed me.
Well, the beeper should be activated there.
Yep, they are.
right.
This is a damage zone here down here.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh shit.
okay.
Now, I'm going to jump in the water and the puppets will stay alive for a while in the water. Do
Yes.
that. And then
It
they'll
takes a
die.
They
while.
will, yeah, they'll come after you, but then they'll die. That's pretty cool. I really like this little.
Oh shit. Oh, he hit me. You little
There's a
okay, now
wardrobe down there on the boat dock that's got fishing gear in it.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
Yep. And then I think there's some.
I'm going to heal here real quick.
So if you go back to the west, there's a bear spawn up there on that ridge line off to the west, and then back to the northeast is the the abandoned military depot.
Oh, okay.
So usually what I do is I start here and I go south along the river, following the river down, and that's my walkabout, physical training, metabolism building, so on and so forth. So,
Hey, if when you have time, will you drop a flag at my old base area, please? Do you know
oh,
what I mean?
sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. Hold on a second. I'm going back. I'm coming to you right now.
Okay, I don't know if you guys remember. I know you're working on that, so we'll
Go,
just kind of go
go
back
where
and
you want.
forth.
Go where you want him.
Go ahead,
I like the
jump.
sound of that. Um, when
That's what
you
she
come
said.
in to the northeast side of the torpedo factory, there's a couple dumpsters here next to the fence. We used to be able to climb up through this broken window and get in. There's a bunch of desks and bobby pins and little locks and stuff up there. You cannot climb in through that broken window anymore. You can climb out it, but you can't climb in it. Now, my girl's completely naked, and I'm going to try to go around this fence without falling in the water. I thought, well, maybe I had too much weight on. Maybe the backpack was pulling me backwards into the water, but yesterday I fell in.
Right
Okay,
here
I
should.
did make it in naked. So naked, you can
Can you see that?
get
Yep.
in.
Can you see
Naked.
that, Sam?
Yes, I can. Naked and
Oh,
afraid.
Yep, I did make it in, and I've just activated another beeper. I want to try to activate this guy. But the fucker, the beepers
where do you
actually
want him?
jumped in the
Yep.
water and killed me.
That's perfect.
Down.
And
So which one?
there's so many people up here, so many.
What the heck? Why can't I God mode fill it?
That's interesting. You can't?
Uh-uh.
Wow.
What are you trying
That's,
to God fill that doesn't work?
See if you can fill it. God
yep.
mode.
I'm going to. True.
A flag. A
I put a
flag.
flag down. Lets me fill it.
Yep. That is fucked up.
Yeah. There was talk. Tommy had mentioned that, putting it as an option, for private servers to be able to allow people other than the squad leader to um, be able to put flags down, which I think would be a very smart thing to do.
I agree.
But if you also notice, if you show flag locations, if you look down the river on the eastern side of the river, there's flags along the east side of the river.
Yeah.
Those all those are all my jump points that I was testing out. By the way, when it comes to the nuke plant, the
Yeah,
C0,
yeah,
the whole C0 is a hot zone.
yep.
If you go all the way to the eastern wall, and if you're on foot,
Hmm.
you're contaminated.
You're gonna die.
You're not going to die. You're going to get contaminated.
Better have
You
those
know,
potassium iodide pills handy then.
it's it's not lethal. You don't get a if you go down the wall, it's not lethal. I went all the way down the wall to the southern border of C0 and B0, and then once I got there, I TP'd back to the hostel.
Fuck.
I had radiation presence, and everything in my backpack was irradiated. So I had to clean and decontaminate everything
When I did that, it
individually.
took me excuse me, it took me 2 tries to get it, but it actually cost me, I spawned them in for research and development purposes, 14 bars of soap to clean everything.
Yep, same here. About the same. I had a little bit more because I probably carried a little bit more junk in my trunk, but because like a dum dum, it's like I have my winter setup that I run where I run really heavy gear,
Yeah.
and then I'm also trying to build stats. So I had like a log and a bunch of lead plates and everything else.
Yep.
So I had to clean all of that crap individually. So it's like, oh my God, it's like, all right, kind of cool, but a little bit of a pain, a little bit of a pain in the butt.
Well, I my thought is now until holy shit, there went the beeper. Until they change it, I'm not going back. There's unless you tell me, and I know you went in there, you guys went in there. Um, until they change it, I'm not going back because there's nothing worth me going back. I got this far with regular crafted bullets. I don't need the depleted uranium. I didn't even put that in the notes on my video. Unless I'm missing something, I said, somebody please tell me. What am I missing? Because I don't need the danger in my life that badly. I said it's a cool POI. to go into because it's new, and
Yeah.
and then also to get the depleted
Okay, I fucked
uranium.
up. I fucked up, Mitchell. Can you destroy that flag?
Yeah. Hold on a second.
But these beepers are brutal. All right, here we go. Let's see if she jumps over that. She
Hold on a
did
second.
jump over that.
How or why do you think you fucked up? Show flag area.
Because I want it. So what I generally do is I have the corner around this big tree right here.
Well, corner
Oh,
placement's
shit.
gonna. Okay, I see what you're saying.
So I
Alright.
usually have it right, the corner placement right here.
All right. So I'm gonna destroy the flag, and then I'm gonna put it down a preliminary when you tell me where you want it placed.
Yeah, I'll,
But you got to tell me. You know, I'm looking.
yep, just
I'm
tell,
looking. I'm looking to the west, so that way it orients our left and right the same way.
right, okay. So uh, move it, left.
These puppets are
Keep going.
super aggressive down here.
And,
I
and
think
now
everywhere.
go, maybe more left, a little bit more left, sorry. I'll tell you when. Okay, that's good. Now go straight. Okay, now go right a little bit. Tell you when. Keep going, keep going, keep going. That's good right there. Maybe come back a little bit. Okay, that's perfect right there.
Do I need to go back a little bit? It's like, or forward a little bit.
Nope, you're good right there. It's perfect.
You want to check your other corners before I plant this?
No, I think I always planted it by that corner around that tree, and that's exactly what I wanted. So you're good.
Okay.
Oh, baby, that's right
Down.
where you wanted
That's right where I wanted it.
it. Oh, baby.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
It's real. No problem at all.
Thank you. Thank you. All
Oh,
right, so
bitch.
I wanted to show you something, Mitchell, and we're gonna have to drive a bit to show you. Do
Okay.
you mind? Do you have time?
No, I've plenty of time. I got the whole afternoon right now.
Okay.
All I
I
had to do
do.
was, while you guys were crying about how cold it was, I had to get up and turn the air conditioner on. So
Shut up,
Fuck off,
you bitch.
bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
81 degrees outside.
I hate you.
Yeah,
22 today here.
I'll
22.
tell you, it's actually felt the sun's shining, so it actually feels a little warmer. I went outside just briefly,
I
and I'm
got a
probably
really
only
nice
gonna
set
play
of
till noon, which is like 40 minutes here, guys.
I got a really nice set of house
It
slippers now.
says 33 degrees now,
Oh,
and
geez.
what's my wind at? Wind is at it's at 6 miles an hour. It's dropped. It was 15 when I got up, so the wind has really died down here. It's a fucking heat wave.
Uh,
Yeah, we got down into when we had that little cold snap go through, it got down, one night it got down to 35 degrees.
Wow.
So it was,
You,
yeah, we
you and
were,
your cold snaps.
yeah.
35
That
degrees.
was what,
That's like
that's,
a heat wave here.
Well, see, when I lived in Arizona, that's the way it was. If I could afford the cost of living, I would move to Florida. I'm not kidding.
I
If
really
I,
think it's like, I really think it's like, if you really, run the numbers on it, I think it's cheaper to live here than it is in Utah.
it may be. I mean, how
The
much is
thing
rent
is,
there right now?
okay, you know where I'm from, we have our tornadoes, and snowstorms, that's the big thing. But you guys in your hurricanes, man, you can have that
But
shit.
they're not a big deal. It's like, really, it's like, it's like if you're not living in a, it's like if you're in a
Miami
suburb.
or what?
Yeah, if you're in a suburb of Miami or Fort Lauderdale, what the hell is this?
I don't know. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. I'm not seeing any flag or smelly
Flag's probably
inferno.
inside. Yeah.
Yep, it's smelly inferno. All right,
Okay.
never mind.
I'm
I'm
gonna
If
good.
do
if
a
you're in if you're in a suburb of one of the major towns like Miami and Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, Orlando, okay, like I'm in a suburb of Fort Lauderdale.
yeah.
Um, I'm 13 miles away from the ocean. Florida is flat as a teenage queen. All right, I mean
I
just
like it.
as
I
flat
like
as
it.
it can be.
Yep, like it.
Um, I am where I'm at. I'm about 14 feet above sea level. That's it. Um, so the problem there is everything is a flood zone down here when it comes to
Yeah,
storm surge. Um, but because of the way the architecture is and the way the cities are set up, it usually doesn't, make it to us. Even during Andrew, it didn't make it very far enough inland. Um, but I think Utah, you guys have a state income tax, don't you?
We do.
Okay, we have no state income tax. Um, our rent prices, because everybody's trying to move here now, our rental prices have gone up pretty bad. Um, so if you're trying to basically live in one of the metropolitan areas like downtown Fort Lauderdale, you're living in a hole in the wall for, $2,500 a month. But if you're out like where I am, you can have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo for 1,500.
What about a 1 bedroom, 1 bath con?
In between 950 and 1,100.
Dude, jeez. If I get a job where I can work from home, I'm moving.
Yeah. I mean, it's like right now, it's like where I live, it's like I live in a condo association. Now it's an older development, it's older buildings, and they're
Who
only
cares?
two-story buildings. And we have
Oh, that was
we
sweet.
have single bedroom condos that people own. Everybody owns here, but some of the owners rent them out. We have some pretty strict guidelines on the rentals, but some people still do rent them out. The 1 bedroom, I want to say right now, the most expensive one is I want to say just north of $1,100 at like 1125, 1130, if I remember because all the lease agreements have to be approved by the board. And
Yeah, this cold and
officially,
snow is
as of this morning, I'm back on the frickin' board again. So it's like nobody else wants to do anything. So I'm El Presidente yet again.
lucky
Perfect.
you. So
Oh
you
yeah,
would approve my lease with no problem, right?
yeah, pretty much.
Fuck.
Well, it's
Okay.
great. It's great to be king.
It is.
No, it's not.
Hmm.
It sucks. It's a bunch of whining, sniveling people that basically don't want to basically get off their ass for anything. It's like all they want to do is bitch and complain about something.
I've taken this whole drive by memory. I can't believe it.
I'm impressed. It's like I wasn't saying anything, and it's like I was just kind of assuming, wow, he knows where he's going. Okay,
He's
cool.
no, hey, damn braggart.
No, yeah, exactly. You're right.
Hmm.
I think I've driven this route so many times that I know where every wolf, every
Woof.
wolf,
Wolf.
Hey,
wolf.
you'll like that when I mentioned the wolves
Oh,
several
this is the
times.
first time I have ever been skunked. Every time I've ridden past here, there's been a car right there. All right.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show you that. I wanted to show you that every time I've driven past this area, there's been a car there.
A lot of
Um,
puppets at that little place, man.
yeah.
Look
Oh,
at
and there
them.
it is. There it is. There it is right there.
So there is one.
It's, yep, yep. It's right here.
Good God.
Yeah. And look how many puppets you have to kill. So usually what I do is I'll pull them off generally because the, the car is right here. And I did notice that they changed this so the puppets do now hear the car.
And it said it in the notes. And I'm just getting ready to test this right now as you speak to see if the puppets can hit me in the driver's side while I'm driving around in the car.
Here they come.
I'm gonna let them hit me. I'll
No,
spawn
no,
in
no. Get
somewhere.
back in the car. Get back in the car. This is not what I would usually do.
These are not the droids you're looking
Please tell me you didn't get hit.
for. Oh my
No,
god.
I didn't.
Jump left
Okay.
the door open. Holy
Fucking jump. Hey, jump.
fuck.
I'm gonna rebuild our house
Okay.
down by the lake, so you won't have to worry about building or anything.
In and around the lake. Hey, can you put me on the ground floor?
Yes, that's
Or
what you are gonna have a ground floor.
I'm
That's
like
all.
3 levels up. Does not lend
And
itself to me
this
dragging
little
crates around.
bitch is
Put one bullet on both sides of her and missed her
yeah.
totally.
No, you hit her. I saw blood smack.
Godsmack. I have
Turn other way.
missed. I've got
Oh,
advanced
crap.
or medium melee.
Finally.
Let's see. I'll tell you what I've got here.
Here's 3 more
I've got
coming up
medium
here.
plus 7% melee.
Stay still
and
for a second. Stay
I
still.
miss them. I miss them occasionally. All right, now there's something I think you guys need to know about. and that is when I spawned back in after you updated, it removed the locks from my car. I had to put a new lock on it and rename it. Now, I do not have a rear hatch, a hood, or a driver or
Wait,
passenger side
wait.
door.
Check your car. Check your inventory.
I did. Well, okay. I checked my personal inventory. I want to see if these fuckers can hit me now. Okay, that one couldn't hit me. The puppets still do not seem to be able to hit me while I'm driving, but I bet you if it was PvP, I bet you another player could hit me. I don't know, maybe. But I've got a whole fuck ton.
Come
You
straight,
guys
straight,
can't hear
straight.
them. There's like the better part of a dozen of them right there. Oh, and it did work when I pulled out the car battery. I had one at 66%. It had been a day or something. I let it run down. Now that's a beaver. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Because I know he can hit me. But the I was able. See, I could pull the battery without the car jack. But in order to install the 2 out of 100 battery, I had to jack the car up and then install the other battery. I was talking to Damned about that, KG, before you were here. That's the way that you increase the value and the percentage of charge
Drag out.
of the car battery. Swap your batteries out, let the alternator charge your battery up. Now you've got a better battery that you can charge up smartphones with, whatever. If you just want to bust it into lead plates, you could take.
Hold on. Back up there a second. So you're saying take the battery out of the car, put a dead battery or a low battery in the car, and the alternator will charge it?
It's doing it right now.
Nice. Good to know. I was wondering if that was going to work now.
That's just something that I came up with, and it was 2 out of 100, and it was barely showing on the blue bar.
Here they come. Here they come.
25% roughly. See, we don't just do useless things here at the damn 2.0. We do research and development. We take our
That's
shit
right.
seriously. This is serious. Serious business. I bet you it wouldn't. Well, I wonder if it would even let you install a 0 out of 100 and charge it up.
That would be interesting to find out.
But it did just let me use a 2 out of 100 and charge it up. Because I just found one when I looted the cargo drop that was over here.
I hear another one up here someplace. I just don't see him.
I don't see him either.
And I'm definitely gaining electrical in that battery. I'm looking down at the bottom right of my screen. I'm just going to drive down to the Hilton gas station and then come back and see how much it charges in that time. Yeah, Z2 gas station. And I was looking to see, first of all, if there were any beepers that spawned here. There's plenty of puppets, or a puppet there. But in the spot that normally has a car spawn, there's not one there. But I still think the game says a player has to be in the vicinity or was in the vicinity or whatever sometimes to get the cars to spawn in. Or, like there was somebody there yesterday, so we'll do a check, and if there is no car in the vicinity, the game will go ahead and spawn one in if we're not over the limit. There's all these variables, these fucking variables.
And that's the kicker to it. It's like when the server first comes on after a reboot, if you happen to be the first person in the server and you do a show vehicle locations, you'll see that there's usually very few vehicles. But as people get on, think of people traveling around the map like a heat map. As they go through a particular area, cars will spawn in, puppets will spawn in. And after the player leaves the area, the puppets will despawn. The only puppets that do not despawn are admin spawned puppets.
Did you see
those
where I took my puppet out for a jog? I took a military Karen from the SCUM shop bunker, C1 Pad 5, and she followed me all the way down to B1, B2 airfield.
Yeah, an update going back after, like in between 7 and 8, just before we got to 8, there was an update where they seemed to have made a lot of changes to the pathfinding and the you know, the
They're
logic behind
super
that.
aggressive. The puppets are
Yeah,
now super aggressive.
Hey, Mitchell,
yeah.
do me a favor and follow me in the car. Have we found out if these die in rivers and oceans yet?
Um, I don't. No, we haven't. Not since this last update. No.
Okay, I'm gonna push this down to the ocean. And there's a
Ah,
method, and there's a method to my madness, and I'll tell you what it is.
please
So
do.
these little red cars, the rabbits,
Hold on a second.
They're
Wait, wait,
worth
wait.
a lot.
Don't go anywhere. Um, this car is not okay. Were you pushing the Lada?
the Leica?
Leica?
No.
Um,
In and
because
around the lake.
I can't
Huh?
do anything to it. I can't. All it's giving me the option is to help push.
And I can't stop pushing the car.
I
Oh,
can't stop.
now see what happens.
Okay. So I
Can
come
you-
off the car.
Can you
Okay,
drive
now I
it
can
now?
now I can drive it. Try to push yours again.
Okay, hold on. I just lost my car. I just lost the
Whoops.
car
How do you lose a car? It's not a fucking set of keys.
because I pushed it into trees.
Oh my god. So you're gonna have
Yeah,
to cut the
push.
trees down to
There we
frame
go.
it?
Push. And interjection point is blocked. So there is definitely a problem with vehicles.
Still.
Yeah, because Mitchell, because we're on the same team, I'll bet you if I leave the team, I bet you I can push this car.
Okay, now, I'm gonna give you another option, which I had
Hold on,
to
hold on a
do.
second. Hold on. Let me try
Get
that.
in the passenger side and then switch seats to the driver's seat.
No, 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 no. So
Try to push it now. Try to push it now.
hold on, I'm completely out of stamina.
We'll
What
test your
is it
theory.
with you, girl? Crazy.
Girl, boy, I know. I'm.
Whoa, there's a beeper I just activated. That was me. Because I wouldn't hear your beepers. I just activated a beeper somehow.
I gotta get something to eat too. I'm at 47%.
KG, the best thing I've found so far is the big puffball mushrooms and cornflakes. If you eat, like, I know you were on a potato diet there for a while, they give you too much water. You'll end up overloading yourself on water. And
I just don't. The workaround for that is I never drink water.
well,
I almost never drink water. The only time I drink water is when I go back to the hospital and I haven't had protein in a while. I'll go grab a whatchamacallit, a bear steak skewer or a pork skewer.
Yeah.
Have one of those. Go downstairs, fill my canteen in the lake, take a swig off of that,
Isn't
and then
that dirty
I'm good.
water or is that clean water now?
Ah, see, there's the trick. It's dirty water if you drink it from the lake, but
Yeah.
they've, for a long time now, if you put it into any container at all, it magically becomes clean water.
That's bullshit. I'm not in favor of that at all. I was even telling people you have to get it from a flowing water source like a creek.
Yep.
Then it's clean.
Yep. Then it's clean. Exactly. That's the other workaround. Is it's like you got to get it from a flowing source.
We're so
So,
smart. We should be.
Yep.
We should be
Okay.
streamers or something. Content
Get back.
creators.
Can you push it now, Dan?
Get back in your car. Hold on. Get back in the car because I
Tell me what
I had to
do.
chop. I had to chop down a tree to get to the car. That was what was blocking it. So get back in the car and drive it for me real quick for a minute, please.
Yep.
I've got this battery that was at 2 out of
Man.
100, almost up to 100% now. I've just been driving this whole time.
Okay, so you're in. All right,
Yep.
let me see. if
I'm in.
I
I'm
can-
driving. I think because those two cars were so close in proximity to each other, you triggered the push, and it
Probably.
basically set the state to be, for being pushed to both cars.
Okay, all right. So to follow me, I'm pushing it. I'm actually pushing it. So
I think I'm just going to call this video charging car batteries because I haven't done much else. I'm at 100%. In the time that I installed that battery till right now, I just ran this car battery up to 100%. Now I'm going to go try to uninstall it by my other battery and then swap it back out. I spawned in the car jack and the car repair kit anyway. I'm just going to leave it behind and I'm going to keep it.
does the battery charge percentage have anything to do with the
I know knew what you're gonna ask. You're almost there. Keep going. Keep going.
The amount of lead plate you get.
No, I don't think so. However, I
Based
thought
on the
you
number
were
of
gonna
uses.
go with the weight. It does have. If you have 100 out of 100 car battery, you'll weigh 10 kilograms. If you say have a 20 out of 100 battery, currently, or at least as of yesterday, it would weigh 2 kilograms. 20% of 100. 20.
You can't sit in that car, can you?
Let me see if I can or not. Hold on. Oh, that's why I stopped pushing, because I ran out of stamina. No, I cannot.
Crap. Okay.
Let me
No
get some
crapping
stamina.
unless you do it on the desk of the countertop of the armor. That guy. He'll look up at you. He'll look up at you forlornly with those big cow eyes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to pull this battery out, which just told me that it was fully charged. So remove car battery. All you have to have is a car repair kit. And it's telling me this thing weighs 10.0 kilograms. It's charged up to 100 out of 100. I'm going to chuck that in the quiver. Now, I'm going to put this battery that's 66 out of 100 in here, and it will not let me install it. Nope. You got to have it up on the car jack in order to do it. So, whoa, I didn't mean to do that. Now we'll go 6. Now,
Now we're cooking with fire.
this is a service vehicle on car jack moment. All right, and then
Service vehicle on car jack moment.
yeah, and now I should be able to install the 66 out of 100 battery, which is what I had taken out. Oh,
Where's the
there we go. It's letting me do it. It let me do it. All right, now we'll double check. I want to end service.
Bitch.
And you can charge the other battery with this battery, but I don't want to do it. I want to make the game do it. And it's showing that I've got about 2/3 of a tank of fuel and roughly 66 batteries. So now we're gonna go drive around. I'm almost positive it's gonna work. But the puppets did not hit me, even without car doors. At least not on this original thing. Actually, let's go try that again. I've got plenty of fuel. I'm just at the torpedo factory. I'm not going to do anything constructive because I only got like less than 20 minutes. I'm just going to go drive around here and find the puppets. But the
You
puppets
should drive around.
do respawn very quickly.
I think the puppets are reacting to the horn now.
Let's try it. I'm honking my horn. That's what we call it these days. A little horn honking.
I got a number of them inside the cemetery here that are.
You
We're
should
not
have the
doing
car
it.
sound.
Yeah, no, they weren't reacting when I pulled up and I stopped and I was like, let me try the horn really quick. I tooted the horn and all of a sudden they started snarling.
Guys, according to what I'm seeing down here in the parking lot at the torpedo factory, oh, there's a dozen of them here, easy. Now they're not hitting me. I'm letting them sit here. They're actually pushing the car. There's at least a dozen. I'm glad you came here. This is let me count how many I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, they did hit me. Oh, one dish did hit me. I think if they get you at the right angle, you can be hit. I'm going to retract that. They just did 3% damage. Okay. You get enough of them piled up on you, they will hit you. I'm the Pied Piper. And they are, the little skinny crackheads are relentless. If they can see you, they will continue to follow you. You have to literally outrun them. Or they will continue to follow you like
Yeah, I
they
kinda
did the
noticed
other
that.
day.
Close past me. I'm coming up to you. I didn't realize you'd got made it past me already.
Oh no, I just went right. I had to stop and take care of some of these
I was
puppets.
trying to get.
This is overkill. I'm gonna spawn in a Phoenix Tears just because I like to see the screen go that turquoise blue and hear it go whoa when you use it. Inject. Here we go.
Magic carpet ride time.
Ooh, baby. And then I'll just throw this down. Poor Magna the other day, he was up in the radiation. I don't think he cares. He watched the video. I don't think he'll be mad at me saying anything. He's like, I went in the radiation and I can't heal. I'm like, dude, been there, done that. But on my video, when I actually did go to the nuclear power plant, I was able to, like KG, like you said, wash everything, 14 bars of soap later. And I had one item that I missed, which was a 2-liter bottle of radioactive water. I dumped it out, got clean water, but I teleported over to him, spawned in some Phoenix Tears. Actually, you were there because one of you,
Yeah, I
you
was
were
getting ready
tell him on. That's right. Duh, I'm an idiot. Just
Yeah.
play along with the story, jump story. You guys fixed his fame points because I couldn't get it to
Yeah.
work like I wanted it to from memory, and I wasn't about to list players on the recording. So
It will not let me push it any further than
I
that.
took all his fame points and I made him give me a weapon cleaning kit. And then I thought, you know what? I just used that weapon cleaning kit for my benefit. So I used like 50, 60% of it, whatever. So I'm like, they're 4,500 at the trader. Let me drop 2,000 plus in cash to compensate the game for my use of something I kind of penalized the player with. And he even sent me a message later. He's like, hey, I really like how you penalized yourself for the usage of the weapon cleaning kit. So it was all good.
For some reason, it wouldn't let me set him to absolute 0, and it's like I thought that was a little steep anyway. So I was like, all right, fine. So I left him with 100
Oh,
points.
I was gonna take 1,000 because Phoenix Tears are like the top. Well, you know this, the top
Oh, yeah.
top tier healing, whatever. So yeah. Anyway.
See, I didn't, and it's like, and I tried to explain it. I didn't want to go into, it's like I think it went over his head, or it was just, ignored, or it's like I don't think he got it, and it's like, but the ARS,
Yeah.
the advanced radiation sickness, you can recover from that too. The
I
trick
did.
to it is yeah, you can recover without Phoenix Tears though.
Yep. You just
can
gotta
recover.
eat and drink a lot. Wash all
You
your
gotta-
irradiated shit so it doesn't continue to contaminate
You have to just continue to constantly drink and piss.
Piss
That's
it
the
out.
key.
Yep. I
Yep.
actually did that on my video, and I said, hey guys, it does work, but it takes for fucking ever. I mean,
Yep.
by comparison, hey, give me a Phoenix Tears injection, boom. But you still have to clean your stuff. Your stuff's
Yeah, you still gotta clean.
radiated.
Yep. Because otherwise it will come back.
Yep.
And it's like, I've seen that's what was driving Dan and I nuts when the nuke plant first came out. First off, we didn't realize how big the freaking hot zone was.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
thought,
yeah.
once we were outside of that area,
Yeah.
which I was like, wow, if it's, if a reactor goes off and having that small of a footprint would be kind of shitty. It should be a much larger spread of an affected area. And then I kind of forgot about it, and we were just outside of the zone, and we were both basically, constantly radiation sickness, and it's like, good grief. We'd clean stuff and nothing would clean. It would get recontaminated. So we were both pretty pissed off about it at the time.
The things I want to tell you guys, if you didn't already know it, which I think that you do, you have to get every fucking thing. Okay, what I did is I took a Geiger counter, put it in my hand, turned it on.
Yep.
It doesn't work if you don't turn it on. Operator
right.
error,
It doesn't show you if you don't put it in your hand.
Yep.
Or, you got to put it in your hand, which I think is kind of silly.
But then you have to look at each item, and I'm saying this for the viewers, I think you guys already know. You have to look and see if there's a little yellow radioactive symbol next to every single item that you look at. If there is the little radioactive symbol, then you gotta clean it, disinfect it, or in my case, it was a 2-liter bottle. I had to dump out the radioactive water and fill it with fresh water, and then it was fine.
Now, when you say look at them individually, what do you mean by that? Because
It
one
will
of
actually show you on the item in the upper left-hand corner. There's a little yellow radioactive symbol if something's
would be, are you
irradiated.
meaning by looking at them? So say like you got a backpack full of stuff. You're
Yep.
not saying take individual items out and look at
Well,
them in your
what I did
hands.
is I threw them on the ground, if I remember correctly, and then I had the Geiger counter in my hand, and the Geiger counter lit up, and then it also showed on the item on the ground in the inventory mode. You
Right.
tab into the inventory mode, and it showed me, hey, this 2-liter bottle's radioactive.
Yeah, see, you don't have to put them on the ground. You can basically everything.
Look,
Like if you have a
look at them
hiking
in your
backpack
backpack.
full,
Yeah, yeah.
you can look at them in your backpack. So, and here's the kicker to it. It's like if you go through and you decontaminate, use the decontaminate option, and you decontaminate everything in your backpack, and you miss one thing,
Yep,
and you come back, and
yep,
everything around it is recontaminated again, including the backpack itself.
yep. I washed everything. Now, I will tell you, I mentioned this before, but I'll mention it on this video. If you do decide that you want to go down as a player to the nuclear power plant, just for shits and giggles, whatever, don't forget to take a sewing kit. And if you buy one on this server, it's 16,500, at least it was, for the commercial grade hazmat suit, and also take I don't know, about 100 rolls of duct tape.
Duct tape. Yep.
Yep.
30 out of 30 roll of duct tape is only 10% repair to your suit. At least it was with me, about 10%.
Yep.
So you
Well,
realize,
it's not just and realize it's
10
not just the
rolls.
nukes. It's not just the nuke site. It's the entire Charlie Zero
Right,
C0
right.
sector.
Yes, I was still getting a reading, and I'm not a psychic, but I was getting a reading down at the gas station
Yep.
down by the brick factory. And the brick factory. That's how far down the fallout goes. It's
Yeah.
fucking insane.
Everything about it. It's like I was telling you earlier. It's like I went on foot from the top of C0 to the southern border of C0 B0, running along the wall on the eastern side
Oh, to test
without
it. Yep, yep, yep.
right I took no potassium iodine pills. Now it didn't start showing in my metabolism until I was pretty much straight parallel across from the nuke factory. So say like C0 keypad 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right, right behind there's actually a bunker there. And I was just to the east of that bunker along the wall, and that's where my radiation presence started showing up, which means if you go to the bunker in C0, you're gonna get irradiated.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's interesting because while I was there, I was looking around at the metal scrap in the cars at that bunker.
Was it
Um,
irradiated? The
no,
scrap?
it wasn't.
Okay.
No, it wasn't, which I found interesting. But I was taking radiation presence, or I had radiation presence. So, and my gear was already contaminated at that point. So when I got to the very bottom of C0, going into B0, I crossed over, took all of my gear off, and basically
Mm-hmm.
was standing there buck raving naked. Guns, no nothing.
I
Completely
like it.
stripped
I
down to
like
my
how you're
nothing.
talking. Keep going, baby. I'm
And
almost there.
it had my radiation presence. As soon as I took a leak and took a piss, um, the radiation presence, I saw it go down a little bit. Put stuff on, it jumps back up. All my gear is contaminated.
Yep.
So once I cleaned all my gear, it plateaued. It stopped increasing. But then I had to basically just drink and pee a lot to, get the radiation presence to go away completely. But once it was gone, all my gear was clean. Everything was fine. But again, 16 bars of soap, but I had a bunch of shit in my backpack too. So,
Yeah.
which by the way, what are you up to stats wise? What's the big numbers on your stats?
I'm killing a puppet here. Just give me a second, and I'll.
Because it's weird because my strength, my con, and my dex have all pretty well much synchronized with each other.
I haven't got that much. You might be doing something smarter than I am, which doesn't take a
Everything,
lot.
all of my numbers to the right of the decimal have synchronized.
No,
Now
mine have not done that.
the numbers to the left, I'm 4, 3, and 5. Strength, con, and dex.
Let me get back up here to my car because I'm almost done for this session. This has been a research and development moment with Jumpsuit, Sniper, the She Damned, and KG. Corbin Dallas Whatever name
I
you're
think I
going
switched.
by.
Yeah,
I'm the only one who
whatever.
got that, I think. But
Yeah, actually, one other player got it, and it's like I got the somebody else made the multi-pass crack, and I was like,
multipass.
yeah,
All right, here's where we're at on
$7
metabolism.
multipass.
I am at 3.70378 on strength, 4.31827 on con and dropping. You don't use it,
yeah.
you'll lose it. 5.0 dex, pegged, and 3.0 intelligence. Is that what you were looking for? Or are you actually looking for what
Yeah.
my attributes are? Because I've got a
No,
bunch
no,
of
no.
stuff
That
that's
those are the
advanced now.
yeah, no, yeah. I've got almost everything on me is advanced at this point. So it's
Mhm.
like no, that's why I've been focusing on the big numbers, the 4030 numbers.
Yeah, I've got. Uh, Again, I think I said this before you came in. When I made a new tune on my laptop playing offline, I went 4.0, 4.0, 1.0, and 3.0. And in 4 days of playing, I got my decks up to like 1.4 or 1.5. And that's the reason I put my decks at. My girl's a little thick, about 35 kilograms of fat. She's kind of thick, but I knew how to lose that fat and jack the decks up, and I've had such a battle, especially with the strength, getting it up. The nice thing about the strength is it's difficult to get it, but you don't seem to lose it like the Constitution. If you stand still crafting bullets or
Oh
whatever,
yeah.
not it takes a while. So you
Yep.
got to keep moving. At
And see,
least
that's
for me.
kind of my gripe too. Is it's like because I absolutely can't stand having to deal with the whole spitting and sputtering and driving. Driving to me
Oh
is
yeah,
just
when you're at no
is
skill driving.
yeah. So it's like for me, it's like it's always 3/4 of medium 3/4.
Yeah,
And it's like that's where I got to set it. But at that point now, you're basically it's like if you put that much into driving,
you can't
you
put it
still got to
elsewhere.
right. You got to worry about thievery, which is not easy to grind. You got to put it in
No,
or put it into demolition, which isn't easy. Those are the thievery and demolition are the only ones that are at basic right now for me.
I'm gonna
Um,
tell you and actually that is what I did on that tune I did on my laptop, which did not transfer back over to Steam when I came back online because I checked it. At least it didn't then. I had
no, what?
1.0 decks and I put everything into stealth and it gave me basic plus like 3/4. That's it. I had nothing else in decks. No driving, no thievery, no aviation, no nothing.
Yeah.
Completely zero.
Well, the aviation, it's like I only had because this is the same character I've been running since Planes came out, and we had to do the wipe back then.
Mhm.
This is the same character, so my aviation is only what I built up during the flying. So I haven't re-rolled. And
Yeah,
as
I
far as what
haven't
you
either.
just said about the single player, yeah, the single player is computer specific. It has nothing to do with Steam.
Yeah, I figured that out the hard way.
Yeah.
So when I was just playing single player while Dan was updating our server here, um, it picked up my jumpsuit sniper single player, which she was. Where the fuck? Actually, I'm gonna log out of here. Let's go back
There
to
is a trick, by the way, if
yeah,
you're halfway decent with using Windows Explorer.
probably
There is
not,
a
but
trick. Yeah, there is a trick to basically go in and move your character from single player
see,
character from
damned!
one.
I told you somebody figured out how to do it.
Yep, there
Yep.
is.
I'm gonna tell you what my girl is on single player. I mean, and you know that the loot is not very good. She's carrying. I did find a 100-pound ballista, but she's carrying a stone axe. I'm carrying a regular old backpack. I did get a pistol holster somewhere. I've got a 37% HSSF19. But let me go through my stats here really quickly. For some reason, oh, she's got fat gain. That's what it is. It's the milk and the cornflakes are hammering me. I started this tune on single player 3.0 across the board. I've got 3.1 strength, 3.3 constitution, 3.4 dex, and 3.0 intelligence. That's where she's at. And she has got, actually, this character's not so bad. She's got 17.2 kilograms total body fat and 15 reserve fat, which is about right when you start 3.0, across the board.
That's the other thing I wanted to tell you. Going back, you said it again. It reminded me when you'd
What's
mentioned
that?
your diet that you got your girl on.
Yeah,
The cornflakes.
yeah.
If you look at the cornflakes while they're in your metabolism, you do the control. Look at how much water they suck out of you. That's the other problem with cornflakes. That's the other reason why I do the potatoes so much is because I can drop 2 potatoes. They go through your metabolism, through your stomach pretty quick.
Yeah.
Then I'll drop a box of, I'll eat
Oh,
a
and
whole box.
suck the water back out. I like how you're thinking.
Right, yeah, and then suck the water back out, and then
Okay.
it's like and usually if you take the 2 potatoes and all of a sudden your water goes through the roof, if you down a box of eat the whole freaking box,
Yeah.
um,
Huh.
and that'll suck all the water back down
You're
to the point where
crazy.
you'll have, yeah,
Uh,
but that'll do it to the point where you'll have to eat a follow-up potato after your stomach empties
to
out
get it
to
right.
keep your water. Yep.
I got you.
The
Yeah.
whole plan with water thing is actually, that's why I say I carry. It's like there's a canteen in my backpack,
But
more
you
or less
hardly
as
ever
freaking
use it.
decor. Yeah, it's for
Yeah.
decoration, really.
Yeah.
It's you know
I'm back in single player just for a minute. What has happened is I've gone into single player and I keep logging in and out at the hunting stand just east of the B4 trader, and I'm like, since I'm in here, I'm gonna go up here to this little town on the bend up here east of the B4 trader where there's almost always a car spawn on our server. There's some sort of a car there. But and what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to check that wishing well that's up there and see if I can activate that, because I have noticed now that sometimes, very rarely, there will be water in there, but you have to go in and check them, and you got to be there for a while before they start filling up with water. On single player, and I have noticed if you have multiple hydrants or wishing wells in the same town, the amounts will be different now. It used to be they all shared the same water percentage, value, whatever you want to call it. But
Tommy just tweeted something out. It's
just
talking
now,
about it's talking about cooking utilities.
I haven't gone
Yeah.
fishing, and I cooked some chicken strips the other day. Sounds good right now.
Chicken noogies.
I had a free range chicken come in on single player, and I smoked that fool with my pistol because I didn't trust my archery skill at that time, but my pistol skill was pretty good. And I smoked that chicken, plucked him, and then cooked him on top of a garage.
Did you see the picture? It's been maybe a week or two. I threw it up in the admin channel,
Don't throw up.
and I kept hearing a wolf, and it's like, obviously over the hostel, that's no surprise. So it's like,
Oh,
all right, fine. So
I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're
I
gonna
jumped
say.
up on the house and I looked over in that western field, and through the scope, I put a picture of it. I put a picture of it up in the admin Discord. Inside the scope, there was a wolf, a boar, a bear. But what you don't get in that picture is the rabbit that was running around,
Oh,
running
okay. I
all
didn't know
around them.
what
And
you
I'm
were
like,
gonna say.
yep. And it's like every single animal there was basically just kind of standing there, just kind of looking at me. So after I took the shot and I took the picture, it's like, I took the shots, and it's like they didn't react to the other one getting shot. They were like buffalo, they were kind of like,
Well,
oh, well, I'm just going to stand here and look at you. And it's like, ooh, what happened to him? He's got blood coming out of his head.
I
So,
did mention that, and that was a wolf, a wolf, damned, and a bear
Woof.
were running together as a team. And also the wolves will lie down now in the brush.
I've seen
yes,
that.
yes.
I did that on a video too.
Damn wolves.
Woof. All right, I'm gonna try something that's super crazy. I found a car seat, and I need the money. I'm gonna take
Yes.
this is a lake up front seat, but I don't think I can jump up on top of the building. I don't think it'll let me jump up here. So what I'll
You took
do?
these doors off on purpose, right, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this door here then. Or are you putting it in the inventory, or what are you doing with it?
I can only put one in the inventory, so I'm just gonna leave that one there.
All right, they won't fit in the crates.
No.
Guys,
All right.
it's a little bit later than I intended. About 5 minutes. I have got to go.
Uh-huh.
All right.
It's good
Whatever.
talking to you. I'll post this video.
Oh. Oh.
I'm gonna just kind of call this one charging car batteries. Probably, that's what I did the majority of this and driving around. But on single player, I'll give you a parting shot. I just found a Leica front seat, and on single player, I need the money. I don't have very much. So I'm probably gonna run, and I've done it before. I'm gonna run a car door, a seat, a back seat, a hatch, whatever, from here down to the trader and sell it. And on single player, these sell for like $1,300 a piece. Well, that's worth a lot to me because I need enough money to buy a weapon cleaning kit so I can fix up this pistol or something like that. But when I log back in, like if I have problems getting on the damned or something, which I shouldn't, but if I do, I'll go back to single player and go sell this seat. I want to see if I go a day or two without logging back in. When I log back in, will I still be holding this car seat?
You should be, because
Yeah,
you
I
know,
don't think
all your individual players, all your individual player stats are basically stored on the local computer. It's like, and it just communicates that back up to the server when you log in.
it should. So we'll try that out.
Roughly speaking, there's some variations to that, but
Of course, I want to play on the multiplayer server, on our server. But if there's ever a problem where I can't get on, then I'll go back to the single player. It's a nice option. All right, guys, thank you very much. I'll see you on the next one. I'm going to stop this recording now.